All right. So, okay. So, um, yeah. Anyway, so good day, everyone. My name is Mantazzo, and hold on. Okay, so background music is there. So yeah, hey everyone. So my name is Mantazzo, and yeah, this is a live stream, or well, you could say a live vlog, or about a few things I actually want to say, and it later will come out as a discussion about a recent US Grand Prix of Formula 1, which happened just yesterday. Well, technically for me yesterday. So yeah, I just want to discuss about it because it was a good one, to be fair. So yeah, first of all, let's start off with the vlog part. So a few things to start off. First of all, as you can see, I have a new haircut again. So great. Right, so secondly, next weekend, so on the 26th, 28th, the Beta Land party will happen here in my university, and for the 4th year in a row I will be going there and having fun. So if you don't know what the Beta Land party is, it's a LAN party organized at my university for about well, I don't know how long, pretty long now. Hold on, let me, okay, and I'll just tune the music down a bit down. So yeah, it's been organized for about 10, maybe 15 years now. It started off very small, but well, over the years it gained a lot of traction. So last year there were a lot of people who were just waiting in lines and just didn't get in because it was just overfilled. This year they actually changed the system to ticket buying system. So I bought tickets, so I'll be guaranteed to enter. So we will see how the LAN party will be. I hope I will be able to stream something, because 2 years ago I couldn't stream at all. So this year, well, last year was able to stream, so this year I will also try to stream something. I am not ready to say what I'll be streaming, but we will see basically. So yeah, there is that. I actually want to say about the LAN party. What else I actually want to say? I actually want to say something else, but right now I don't know. Pardon me. I have just woken up pretty recently. So yeah, there is that. If I don't remember, I'll come up with it later. But for now, yes, I will be going to the Beta LAN party, which will happen this weekend. So expect live streams, expect maybe even a vlog about the LAN party, as I usually do every year. So there is that. And yeah, hopefully I'll be playing various games. So streaming wise, overall, I've been streaming for the past week on Twitch, and I found actually a game which is pretty popular, to be fair, and I gained a lot of viewers in the last week. So it will be interesting to see, well, if I manage to break that 3 viewer barrier on Twitch, because I'm actually now pretty close to it. So if a few old numbers will drop down, I might actually be on the 3 average viewers target, but we will see about that. Currently just on 2.2, I think, or 2.3, so I should be pretty close to it. And if old streams will drop down, I think I will be on target for 3, so we'll see about that. But yeah, so yeah, what I want to say, haircut, line party upcoming, just streaming overall. Also, video wise, well, not too much progress, sadly. I've been having a few small problems with the Windows 10 since the upgrade, since I did an upgrade for the newest version. So now I'm sitting on 1809 version, so or 1810, I don't know, anyway. But yeah, it's just that I had a few small problems, so I think I will just skip a few days of I will not stream for the next few days, because I think I will reinstall my Windows 10 to get everything working again, and also I need to start recording again, so there is that. But yeah, there is all that. What else is important to mention? But I didn't. I think that's pretty much it what I want to say right now. So yeah, since this is a live stream, how are you guys all doing? Hopefully everyone is doing okay. Hopefully everyone is doing well. And yeah, it's another Monday, and we're pretty much at the end of October, which is surprising when you consider. Well, it even feels like the year has just started. Well, just started in January. There's now February. There's March. There's now June. There's now September, and then there's now October's end of October. So yeah, time flies by. Yeah, and even then, when you consider a few next numbers, time has flown by. So yeah, this is pretty much it from the vlog part. I had to actually live stream this because I'm not sure if my phone camera is still operational too well, so there is that. So yeah, live stream wise, doing pretty well so far. Might miss a few days of streaming because I'll be probably reinstalling my Windows just to get some things working, like especially my Wi-Fi, because I do have quite a few problems with my Wi-Fi currently. Like the hotspot is not working properly, or even, well, Wi-Fi connected differently doesn't want to cooperate with me, basically. So I will probably just reinstall it and see what will happen from there. And also overall it will boost my computer with this. So there is that. So streaming wise, okay. Recording wise, not too much progress, but I actually have done, well, these hot life videos. They were actually pretty fun to make, and they were pretty easy to do, so I might actually do those with different cars, and of course, so I had actually one planned for before the US Grand Prix, and even done with Assetto Corsa. Yes, I got that working again, but problem was I didn't edit it in time, so there is that. So yeah, there was that, and yeah, so line party next weekend. Well, the upcoming weekend, actually, no. So line party upcoming weekend, new haircut. Recording wise, everything doing okay. Streaming wise, actually, really, I'm doing actually pretty well considering my previous streams and all. So yeah, we will see where we'll go from there. And of course, if you have seen my F1 2018 data mining video, well, live stream technically, yeah, as far as I know, with version 1.12, Codemasters have actually removed a lot, of text strings shown in that live stream. So yeah, well, I was talking about with the modding community in the Discord, and yeah, we're all currently a bit surprised by this. And well, not only that, he actually tighten up on name editing too, so not a lot of name editing is also available, so there is also that. And we're pretty much confused, why is this happening? Especially, why were all the strings removed right now? So was this just to misunderstanding from Codemasters or something? So there is that. I even left a comment on that live stream as a pin, so there's that if you want to know. Anyway, this is about it for the vlog part, and let's continue to the discussion and discussion/podcast part to the live stream. So, 2018 Formula 1 US Grand Prix. Well, what an interesting one it was. So, hold on, let me just. Let's launch this music. So, what an interesting one it was. I was actually watching it this time. I didn't miss it like I did with the Japans. So, yeah, it was really, really good. I really enjoyed the race. Well, the beginning part was actually interesting. So, actually, for once, a good start by Kimi. So there is that. So again, lap 1, Sebastian. I currently now understand that the pressure is climbing onto him, and he's not dealing well with that pressure right now. So yeah, he's doing mistakes, and a lot of mistakes recently. So that spin was another mistake, and without that, he was close to getting second, I think. So there is that. I think he could have gotten second, or maybe even the win. So there is that. But who knows? Who knows at this point? But yeah, he got spin again. It's what, like third spin in the last 5 races, 6 races, I don't know. But yeah, a lot of spins right now. So and even then, it was a very strange one. The touch wasn't actually that big. It was just like it touched, and Seb just pushed the accelerator a bit too hard, and suddenly, and just spun around again, not span. Sorry. I pretty much woken up, so I'm just bullshitting anyway. So yeah, there was that spin. Then the crashes. Well, Stroll with Alonso. I don't know how to actually verdict that one. I mean, Stroll didn't want to keep on track, but he had nowhere to go. So there was that, I suppose, but I don't know, to be fair, if I would have given him that penalty. I don't think it was deserved, but we'll see, basically. So yeah, that crash, unlucky for Alonso again, and because, well, Stroll had nowhere to go and he wanted to keep on track, so I guess you could say it was his fault because he could have gone a bit more wide there and just missed the corners completely, but I don't know. I'm not a judge to do that thing. Then some other touches from Grosjean and Leclerc. Yes, I will say Leclerc because, I mean, the surname has the C in the end, so Leclerc, not Leclerc, as everyone calls him. So I mean, even I think himself, he calls himself Leclerc. Because, well, there is C in the end. It's not Leclerc R in the end. So there is that. Anyway, yeah, that contact, yep, penalty well deserved after the race. I mean, it was well deserved penalty, and Grosjean just did a Vettel, from France, or Raikkonen from Silverstone. So there was that. Hold on. Let me just. Okay, this. Yeah. So there was that. Bad penalty, and I think it is completely justified, and Grosjean should be happy. It's only one penalty point. So there was that. So what's next? So next, VSC. So VSC part. Well, again, Ricardo, again, very unlucky, and 5th retirement in 10 races. I don't know. The guy just can't catch a break. So, I really felt so very sorry for him. There was that. Retirement and VSC. After VSC, the pit stops opposite to Raikkonen. So Hamilton actually pitted, and doing opposite to Raikkonen, I don't think they should have even considered, because it clearly looked like that the tires are not holding that well. So yeah, I don't know what Mercedes was thinking, but of course, as a lot of people, and probably a lot of people were saying, it looked as a way better solution and Ferrari should have pitted, and as it turned out, it's good that they didn't in the end. But yeah, about that later in the live stream. So yeah, Kimi doing a Kimi shimmy, as I saw on Twitter, and well, just forcing Hamilton to pit. Of course, he was very fast, and with VSC he lost like, I don't know, 5 seconds overall, because well, not 5, about 10 seconds only instead of 20, because I think Raikkonen missed the restart by a few seconds also. So also there was that. So not ideal, but good thing Raikkonen has actually held on to well, he held on to his position, and well, straight line OP. So very good in straight line there. So it was actually surprising that he managed to hold on, and then his pit stop came, and yeah, after some laps, Hamilton's tires just died, and as much as he started to save them, maybe to get it a bit longer, it wasn't actually a good idea. So yeah, Raikkonen started coming by, with laps coming by, so 20 laps to go, the gap was 10 seconds and decreasing by second a lap, so it would have decreased even more later in the Grand Prix if Hamilton wouldn't have pitted. But there was that. But yeah, I think Mercedes shouldn't have pitted. They would have had way more chances of finishing first if they wouldn't have pitted then, because it looked for me obviously that they shouldn't have pitted at all. And fair props to Raikkonen for doing the impossible, and well, holding the tires very long there. So there's that. But yeah, then Hamilton pitting again for the second pit stop, and Ferrari actually nailing the strategy for once. We gave a lot of bullshit to Ferrari strategists here on the internet because they messed up a lot of strategies, but this time, congrats, you actually nailed the strategy by saying that Hamilton is on 2-stopper, and then that Hamilton after the second pit stop will probably catch him to overtake with 3 laps to go. They were almost correct with that one. So on the lap 54, well, there was the Verstappen Hamilton fight, and Hamilton didn't overtake then. So, and with him running wide, it was enough to, well, it was enough for Raikkonen to come out in the first position in the race, and I'm very happy for that. The guy really earned his first place, and well, since people mentioned that, it was mentioned a lot of times that it is his first win since 2013 Australia. So 5.5 years later, he actually manages to win the race again, and his first race with Ferrari after coming back. And well, ironically, he is also going now. So there is that. Hold on, let me just play. And this will do. Okay, yeah, so fair props to Raikkonen, a very good race, and this time at least Ferrari strategy didn't fail off, so there was that. But congrats to him, very well driven race, and happy to see him on the winners step again. And yeah, when it was said that it's the longest gap between his first win and his final, well, between his, well, technically final win. He may win once more, but yeah, his first win was back in 2003 Malaysia. Yes, 15 years ago. And I think I even watched, I definitely watched Formula 1 at that point. It's just that I can barely remember it for some reason. But well, not for some reason, but because I was still young. I mean, at that moment I was pretty much 7 years old, 6-7 years old only, 2003. So I don't remember that much from these times. So, so there was that. Yeah, 2003, when you consider it, 15 years have gone by. Damn, the time has gone by very quickly. Yeah. Anyway, so congrats to Raikkonen. And also, very special congrats to Verstappen. Another awesome drive. Almost won that also. So from P18, started P18, came out home in P2. So, not everyone can do that. And also, but to be fair, a lot of things helped him. So, yeah. A lot of things helped him there. So, for example, Ricciardo retiring helped him. Also, well, Vettel spinning on lap 1 helped him massively. He didn't have to overtake Vettel there, so that. And also even the Hamilton, well, Mercedes blunder, this 2-stopper was also helped him. So yeah. Very mature and very good drive there. So also still an honorable mention to Hamilton. Pretty good race, but and really had the pace, but it was not for him to win, sadly. So what's next? Hold on one moment. I just need to open up the finishers board. Okay, so let me just open the finishers thingy. So yeah, Vettel still decided, well, honorable mention, well, after dropping back to what, P15, P16, again coming home in 4th with a, well, pretty decent job, considering when you literally spun on lap 1, so, and you didn't start P16 or, well, P15, P16, so there was that. Thing there. Oh, sorry, just checking thing. Right, so yeah, Valtteri Bottas. Oh. In driver ratings, I couldn't give him good, and I couldn't even give him average. That was just poor race for him. So much off the pace from Hamilton, and just, I don't know, just bad. As much as he's trying to do the wingman thing, have some respect, man. As much as I want, well, as much as I also wanted to the championship to end, to just have 3 remaining races pretty much in the clear so everyone could race normally, have some self-respect, man. At least let him try and overtake you, and don't be his, like, I don't know. I just couldn't rate him even average. That's a -1 for me. Well, the bad rating, because being so far off the pace from, being so far off the pace from Hamilton and even from Red Bull was surprising, to say the least. Just, I don't know what he was doing there. I don't know. And the problem with him, and he will not be the champion if he continues to do this, is that he has too many weekends where he is just way far off the pace. And even Red Bulls are faster than him usually, so there's that. Yeah, there is that. So Bottas, I can't actually say anything good about him this time. Not really surprising, and just bad overall performance from, well, in my opinion. Hulkenberg, a very good 6th place. I think he actually scored only in 1 out of 5 races, so good performance there from him. 6th position and best of the rest. So yeah, pretty good race from him. Okay, so yeah, P6, solid job, avoided all the first lap's drama, so there is that. Carlos Sainz in P7, he got his penalty, but I don't know, that penalty was a bit odd. If we're regarding that lap 1 incident, turn 1, exceeding track limit and then gaining an advantage. I don't know, very strange penalty, let's say it like this. Was it deserved? Maybe, but it didn't change the outcome. He still finished behind Hulkenberg, so. Still P7, avoided all the drama over the first lap, so congrats to him. P7, good job. Ocon, good race in P8, but sadly disqualified for exceeding the fuel flow on lap 1. And if you exceed that, or exceed the next penalty, I will be discussing. It's a slam dunk disqualification. That's what happened for Ricciardo 2014 Australia, when he was disqualified from. I think he was P2 or P3. I don't know, but he was disqualified since he, well, he had his fuel flow way too high throughout the race, so there was that. Yeah, there is that. Right. So Magnussen, also a pretty decent race when starting in 12th, but exceeded 105 kilos by 0.1 kilograms. Unlucky there, unlucky. Well, but if you exceed, then it's a slam dunk disqualification. So nothing to change there, sadly. If you exceed, that's a slam dunk penalty, and if it would be 0.1 or would be 5 kilos, slam dunk penalty there. So I think it was influenced that the group of Perez, Magnussen and Ocon wasn't overtaken by Raikkonen on that final few corners. That additional lap for Haas and Force India was painful, I think. That was painful and cost Magnussen his 9th place. So Perez in 10th, not really on pace of Ocon, but or maybe faster. It was hard to say, but yeah, with all the things Ocon and Magnussen got, he actually raced to P8, so congrats to him. Hartley, well, just outside the points before, overall finishing in P9 and grabbing 2 points. A solid drive and better one than Gasly had, because Gasly did a second stop for some reason, and I don't know why he did that. Context needed, because the midfielders weren't shown for a long time, so context is missing there. So I don't think he had a very spectacular race, just normal race here in the middle, surprisingly. So Ericsson 12th after the penalties, above 10th and grabbing that 1 point. Sauber again on a very good run there, but Leclerc involving in the incident with the Grosjean killed Sauber's momentum for point, because if it wouldn't have happened, I think Grosjean and Leclerc had the pace to fight for P6, P7. Definitely. I think they had the pace, so yeah, Ericsson earning that 1 point, just again avoiding all trouble and just coming home in P10 overall now. So congrats to him. Van Dorn, P13, well, P11 in the end, yes. Where do I start? Started P17 after all the penalties. He should have been without penalties P20. So he's not doing well. He's not doing well at all. So he's not a happy man there. And I don't think there will be a chance for him to score more points. So maybe in Brazil, maybe. So very unlucky for him. Again, involving in a few incidents here and there, and just yeah, finishing P13 after all penalties, P11, very close to points, but again no points. Gasly, P14 after penalties, P12. I don't know where to start with him. I saw he did a 2-stopper, so automatically if you're doing a 2-stopper, it will not work out, and it just seemed like Toro Rosso didn't have that pace, that good pace, like they have shown in a few races already. So there was that. And yeah, final to Sirotkin, ended P15 after penalties 13th, and Stroll P16 after penalties P14. So Sirotkin avoiding all the trouble, but again Williams is still a the box, and yeah, just overall nothing too spectacular there. From Sirotkin, not even a point, but well, P14 in the end, well, P13 in the end, well, not bad in the end, but then again, they were last. And well, Stroll, that penalty, let's just say I don't know if that penalty was deserved. He had no, well, maybe, but let's just say I was very skeptical of that penalty. But yeah, Stroll last one, and well, with that drive-through, he was slam dunk last one anyway. So yeah, there was that. So the non-finishers were Leclerc. I mean, incident with Grosjean. So he tried to go, but he wasn't the end. So at least he will be able to replace his gearbox since he didn't finish. Ricardo, battery failure. Well, as far as I saw, it was a power failure. Like in Bahrain, it was just a boop, and power gone. So very unlucky for him. Again, Red Bull with their reliability. I don't know. I mean, look at Renault and they're finishing. They're finishing pretty well when they're not crashing. I mean, look at Sainz, look at Hulkenberg. When they don't have problems, they're doing well. So I don't know if Red Bull will be better with Honda next year. We'll see. So Grosjean, well, outbroke himself. He will be happy he got only one penalty point there. And Alonso, again, he was mad at then, and later, as I saw on Twitter, he actually, well, justified that because, well, there was nowhere to go and just, he wasn't that angry anymore, so there is that. So yeah, and that's pretty much the race. Very big, a lot of fights for the lead, and just, I think Formula 1, it is what it should. Well, this race was. Let me start again. I think this race was what Formula 1 should be like. A lot of fighting in the midfield. Well, not that well. You could say it wasn't that much of a fighting because a lot of, well, fights were early gone when there were a lot of crashing, but there should be fighting all over the track for the lead because, well, we had a late fight for the lead pretty much, and then, well, for lead with charging Hamilton and Verstappen on softer tires and Raikkonen doing a magnificent job there of racing. So there was that fighting for the lead and just fighting overall throughout the race. Recovery drive, well, not recovery drive, but just solid drives overall. So from Verstappen coming back from P18 to P2 and almost winning the race. So then strategic fights between Ferrari, like, so this, I mean, strategic fights over the race. So as it wasn't here with Ferrari and Mercedes pitting Hamilton once, but way too early, so they have to pit second time. Ferrari pitting only once and actually pulling off with that. So there was that. So, and it's actually nice to, well, to see that, and just it was action all over the track, and it was very intense final few parts. So I love Formula 1 for that. It was very intense, and this is what Formula 1 should be like. Fights, strategic decisions, just fighting for the wins, and it shouldn't be for fighting for the mid positions. It should be fighting for the win, and maybe even involve more midfielders, because I think I heard Braun say the teams with more money should be rewarded more, and I don't think so. I think he forgot his Braun GP in 2009 success. They didn't have a lot of money, and they won the championship with a very lucky combination there. So I think it should be equal, that even the midfielder teams should be close, and just overall they should have been pretty close, and just, well, like I said, it should be a fight, and maybe even the midfielders have the chance to win every once in a while. So as we had in older times, well, we had like back in 2012, we had a Williams winning, a Maldonado winning the race. That was something. And well, we had Red Bull both drivers winning then. We had Ferrari, only one driver winning then. We had McLaren winning with both drivers. We had what? We had seven or eight different winners there. So yeah, we had I think Lotus also winning with Raikkonen. Maybe, I don't know. I don't remember right now. It's what was like 6 years ago now. So yeah, that season was really awesome, and then the championship battle to the end, and especially in Brazil with its track. I think, as much as many people may agree or disagree with me, I think Brazil just works as the final track because of all the weather changes it can have. Or if it doesn't have, it's still a great track, and it's not that difficult to overtake there. When you consider Abu Dhabi, even with DRS, it's still hard to overtake there. So not great at all. But so Brazil is my final track in the in my heart. But oh well. So yeah, just like I said, I rated this race on my Twitter 10 out of 10, and I think it's a good rating. I rated also Silverstone 10 out of 10 because it was also a very spectacular race and another strategy gambles, and it was the race where Ferrari won again by pitting that time at the correct time. This time Ferrari won the race by not pitting for the second time and just doing the strategy well for once. Yeah, just one of the greatest races this season. I think if I would rate the races by greatness, I think first one would be first one would be, I think it's actually difficult. I think Silverstone would be still first one because well, Hamilton coming back from to the back and with timely safety car, he came out in second. Raikkonen in third still. But yeah, I think Silverstone was a very good race then. Secondly, I think in the second, I think I would put now the US Grand Prix. And in third, I think I would put Bahrain. Yes, Bahrain. It was also a very intense race because it was a borderline two-stopper race. So it was that. And yeah, that tension in the end was also good, and it was just a very good race. Azerbaijan, well, let's just say it wasn't as good as last year. And many people said it was really good, but it was really good. Last year's, well, Grand Prix was good because of the controversy and just leaders coming back from the back and just seeing the midfielders up on top. That was the main thing which was fun to watch last year. Midfielder being surprisingly on top, and all the leaders being behind and just trying to come back. So this, and in the end, Ricciardo on surprisingly winning. That's what should Formula 1 be. Just unpredictability. And well, this year's Azerbaijan wasn't actually that great, to be fair. No, not too much action, because if there wouldn't have been that safety car, Vettel would have easily won. Vettel would have easily won, and I see a lot of people tend to forget that. Bottas was just lucky that the tires were still chosen way too hard, and harder tires didn't work at all, basically. So yeah, there was that. So yeah, just I don't know, just like I said, Silverstone was my top one. Well, my top one race currently. US I would now put in second, and Bahrain in third. All three races were really good and intense, and had a lot of battling, and just fun overall to watch. Ironically, so what was yeah, anything else interesting? So I mean, Hungaroring was pretty decent. I mean, and well, Monaco, a lot of people bashing Monaco. I mean, it's a track, it's a very specific track. There is no track like this in the calendar. There's no additional track like this in the calendar, which would be so narrow and so unforgiving to at least one error. Of course, the racing wise, it's way outdated now. It needs, I don't know, maybe with that new buildable part of the city, maybe it well, it will get some more part to the track, and well, maybe it will get more interesting. Maybe it will get a bit wider in some parts, so there may racing be happening. So there was that. But right now, yeah, I know it's outdated, but it's just that specific. It's very specific. Yeah, I think, well, the problem is current Formula 1 cars just got way too wide for that track. Previously, back in 2013, the track, well, the cars weren't that wide, so it was still good for racing right now, but it's a bit outdated. Let's just say it like that. But yeah, great race last. Well, great race yesterday. Great race overall, and just that what the championship needed after a long time. It's sad that it's happening only now, so that it's, well, I mean, it was good championship in the first part, but after the second part, with Ferrari failing, Vettel failing, and Hamilton pretty much dominating the races, it wasn't that fun to watch. Let's just say it like that. No wonder I completely missed my first Grand Prix after a long time, in like 2 weeks ago. I knew the race was happening there, but after practice, and especially after qualifying, I immediately understood what the results will be in the front. And I'm not watching Formula 1 for the fights in the middle. Formula 1 should automatically have fights in the middle. I'm watching for fights in the front. And as I expected, there was no fight in the front. Hamilton just drew his easy race. Just drove his easy race, with Bottas just again wingmanning. I think he will lose a lot of respect after the season. Although I know it's understandable why he is helping, but dude, have some respect. At least say no for once. And even then, I wouldn't be surprised if he wouldn't get a win at all this season. Because in Mexico, I don't think he might grab that. But who knows? Brazil. Last year he lost to Ferrari. So there was that. And, well, And well, Abu Dhabi, maybe in Abu Dhabi. Who knows at this moment? But I doubt that Bottas might actually win a race this season right now. After the team sacrificed him in Russia, I don't know. I completely don't know. That's just not cool, pretty much. So yeah, there is your podcast, and just yeah, I wish more races would have been like the US Grand Prix in the second part of the season. So from Spa onwards. So yeah, that's your US Grand Prix discussion. Very good race, and yeah, next weekend is in Mexico. Ironically, I will be on LAN party, but I will be still be able to watch it. And if we didn't, if we didn't, well, and well, yeah, I remember seeing the tables for the championship. But yeah, I was just was trying to talk about the championship. I actually wanted it to end yesterday, to like I said, to have the remaining 3 races so that everyone could race for the win and stuff. But didn't happen, so it continues on to Mexico, where it's most likely we will crown the champion, unless Hamilton gets some really bad luck, but I seriously doubt so. If you look at the Mercedes ratings from the last 4 years, I highly doubt that will happen. I highly doubt that will happen, because as a team, they're for the last 4 years, in the second part of the season, they are very reliable, with like only one, I think, actual failure for Hamilton in the last 4 years, in the second part of the season. So it's something important to say. So there was that, and what else? Yeah, just we'll see in Mexico, but I think we'll crown Hamilton as a champion. But the fight for the driver championship will live on, and well, not driver but team championship will live on, and Ferrari is still considerably close to Mercedes, and they have actually gained. So what did they gain? So 25 plus 12 is 37, and 15 plus 10 is 25. So they gained 12 points in this race. Of course, they need to gain more, so they would need at least one Mercedes failure, and they need to finish both. And especially would be great if Ferrari finishes 1-2 with Hamilton like third. So that would bring the team championship to a very interesting place, where it would be pretty close between the teams. So there's still one championship to fight for. So then, I think that just sums up the podcast or / discussion I was trying to do. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the live stream. Hopefully you enjoyed this podcast part. And yeah, I think this is it from me today. The vlog part, so I explained everything. The podcast, I just talked about the race and just looked at it from my perspective. So there was that. But anyway, hopefully you all enjoyed this vlog / podcast. I actually wanted to do the vlog separately, but I can't trust my phone. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this mix-up, and I will leave the timestamps down below to differ where was the vlog ending part and where when does the podcast part start. So yeah, there is that. Yeah, I'll play this song. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you would like to see oh no, let me just hold on. Da-dee-doo-doo. No, let's play this. So yeah, I think I will end this up here. And it's been, well, I've been talking for about an hour already, so there's something. So yeah, we'll see what the future will bring us, but for now, yeah, very great race, and looking forward to the next race actually. And yeah, this weekend should be pretty good. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the live stream, and hopefully I will see you in the next videos. Videos will come out eventually. I think I will do one hot lap video for Mexico. Not sure what team, but yeah, just if you would like to see more, I will put up everything on the screen about right around me. So yeah, if you would like to see more vlogs, you can check out the hold on, let me try this again. If you would like to see more vlogs, you can check the left side of the screen. If you would like to see the last vlog, you can check out the right side of the screen. Or if you would like to subscribe, you can see the subscribe button right around on my face. So yeah, I'm mantazzo. Hopefully you'll have the great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video or live stream. Who knows?